Now, ladies and gentlemen, today some sentiments were made by the Kiambu Senator Karungo Thangwa, and they are some sentiments that has caught the attention of the whole republic at large. More so, remember today we witnessed the vetting of most of the IEBC commissioners that were selected by President William Ruto, including the IEBC chairperson Erastus Edang Ethekon, who was appointed as the IEBC chairperson by President William Ruto. But according to one Karugwa Thangwa, the reason why President William Ruto is hurrying to reconstitute the IEBC is so that he will do the necessary on matters voters, registered voters in the Mount Kenya region. According to one Senator Karungo Thangwa today, he alleged that President William Ruto is planning on deregistering most of the Mount Kenya voters. This has raised a lot of concern over voter data sabotage. Senator Karungo Thangwa came out strongly with claims that there is a deliberate and coordinated plan to deregister voters in the Mount Kenya region. Speaking during a public address today, the senator expressed grave concern, stating that the alleged scheme poses a serious threat to the democratic rights and political representation of the region's residents. According to the senator, the move is not accidental but a calculated strategy to reduce the region's voter numbers ahead of of future elections. He warned that this would directly impact Kenyans' influence in national politics, urging the public to be vigilant and take charge of protecting their voter registration details. And I quote him: "This is not just a mistake. There is a plot to deregister Mount Kenya voters," the senator declared, warning that voter apathy and silence could cost the region dearly. His remarks have stirred national debate and drawn attention to the credibility and security of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission (IEBC) database. Although the senator did not name any specific individuals or groups behind the alleged plot, he suggested that political interests could be at play, aiming to cripple Mount Kenya's electoral strength. He called on the IEBC to come clean on the matter and assure the public that the voter registration system remains tamper-proof. He further appealed to the Ministry of Interior and other relevant agencies to investigate and prevent any illegal interference with voter data. We must defend our democracy space. Our democratic space. Mount Kenya cannot be silenced through manipulation, he added. The senator's warning has sparked mixed reactions across the political landscape and online platforms. Some have rallied behind him, demanding accountability, while others have asked for proof and clarification. With Mount Kenya being one of the largest voting blocks in Kenya, any credible threat to its voter base could significantly shift future electoral outcomes. Thangwa's explosive claims have now placed the IEBC and national security agencies in the spotlight as Kenyans await further development. But allow me to diverge into this matter with an open mind on how and the base of the claims that Senator Karungo Thangwa was currently propelled. Now, when we look at it in an open mind, allow me to take you back a few months ago when President William Ruto visited the northeastern region and allowed that there was no, he waived off the necessary identification acquiring process that was so crucial in the northeastern region, saying that the people of the northeastern region are also Kenyans and they need to acquire Kenyans identification card so that they can acquire voters card to vote in the 2027 general election. Now, apart from President William Ruto, there was a statement that was made by Ruto's ally and blogger Dennis Itumbi. Dennis Itumbi asked a question: how comes that the northeastern region, a man has 4 wives, and every wife has about 10 children, but that area has no, I mean, it doesn't have bigger numbers in terms of registered voters. Now, that was a clear strategy that Dennis Itumbi was trying to deploy to try and prepare the brains of the people of the Republic of Kenya on the plan that they are having. I remind you that the Mount Kenya region is the number one vote, is the largest voting bloc in the Republic of Kenya in terms of numbers. But most of them currently, they have said that they are not going to vote for President William Ruto. They have expressed their dissatisfaction in how William Ruto runs his government. So they are preparing to vote against him in the year 2027. And now, President William Ruto has to get ready for what is to come ahead of the year 2027. And that is why the newly appointed IEBC commissioners, we can all agree that in a way, they are Ruto's puppets. I mean, you all can see they came from the blues, all of them appointed and given positions without, proper scrutiny from the Republic of Kenya. Now, today, they were being vetted by the parliament on Saturday. They are awaiting now the declaration so that they will go ahead to be sworn in as the IEBC commissioners. Remember, a petition is still at the High Court of Kenya stopping the swearing in and even the vetting that is ongoing of the IEBC commissioners. Chief Justice Martha Koome on Friday went ahead to select a panel that will listen to the said petition. But even before the petition has been listened to, the parliament has already started the vetting of these commissioners. Now, back to this issue. The Mount Kenya region, more so the Mount Kenya West region, Murang'a, Laikipia, Kirinyaga, Nyeri, Kiambu, Nakuru, Nyandarua, these are counties that are regarded as voter-rich region. But there are claims that have been propelled that most of the voters that are in this region, they are not, most of them even, the registered voters in this region, some of them even died long time ago, but they are still registered as voters of the Republic of Kenya, and they always vote during the election period. And so that narrative was sold so that when the IEBC commission is reconstituted, they will start with scrapping off the deceased and to try and level the numbers. And I tell you, if the plot that Thangwa is alleging is true, then I tell you that a lot of registered voters in the Mount Kenya region, their details will disappear from the IEBC servers. And these numbers that will disappear, they will be covered by the newly registered voters from different parts of the region. Remember, the government has allowed aliens, or let me say refugees, who are in Kakuma, Dadaab, those refugee camps, Sudanese, DRC, Congolese, Somalis, Ethiopians, to Burundians, Rwandans, to acquire identification cards. And if they have acquired identification cards, now they will be able to vote in the elections of the year 2027. Now that is the number, according to our analysis, that is going to cover the Mount Kenya region people that will vote against President William Ruto. And if one thing must be taken serious is the claims of deregistering the Mount Kenya region block. Because if they do that, you won't know whether people who are alive have been deregistered or those that are dead are deregistered or whatever. But they will do that without fear, because now the IEBC that is being put in place is an IEBC that will be wrapped around President William Ruto's finger. So they will do anything that the president tells them to do. For now, I would really love to hear your comments in regards to that. Leave a comment on the comment section. See you in our next video.